This video is about adding content to the Texas Water Journal website. The kind of content we'll be talking about today is addition of an article, commentary, or book review. And we'll be adding this content to what's called a post. To get into the back end of the website, into the administrative area where we can add content, simply type the URL for the website. Media. And you can access, this is a WordPress-based website. You can access the administrative area for any WordPress site by typing after the website URL, wp-login-php. That'll take you to the sign up page. And you need to have a certain level of credential to gain access to the administrative area of the site, and depending on the level of your credentialing, you'll have access to more or less components of the back end of the website. So type in your username, your password, log in, and that'll take you to the back end of the site. One of the things that we're going to do for the content is that in addition to a description of the article, commentary, or book review, we're going to provide a link to the entire article itself. That would be the PDF of the article, commentary, or book review. Those are permanently housed on the Texas Digital Library hosting site. What we're going to do, at least for now, and the journal board may decide otherwise in the future, but at least for now, also put a copy of the PDF onto this website's database. That will allow rapid access. It doesn't necessarily create a permanent repository. The TDL will provide that. But if the TDL library goes down or access to it is slowed down for some reason, we'll have quicker access to it here. And it also allows us to add some metadata to the PDF that I find doesn't exist. So we're going to go ahead and just add the PDF right away. You can do this at any point during the process. At some point, though, you have to copy the link and add that to the content. So we're going to go to the library and add new to the library, and you can either go out and select the file. The file is we're looking for is right here. I also have it on the desktop right over here, and I can just drag and drop that if I want. But I mentioned that the PDF lacks some metadata that we could add. So I don't have any control over what the file name is that the digital library has on the file for the PDF. For search purposes, these numbers are absolutely meaningless. But PDFs do allow for addition of metadata. I noticed that no one's adding metadata to the PDFs that exist on the digital library files. Frankly, you should. If you're going to have journal articles that are maintained on the internet, accessible through the internet, you have to have metadata. I mean, you either have it or it's invisible. So I'm going to go ahead and add metadata. This particular article is, I can't move that at the moment, but The title for this article is Throughout the Water Security for Texas. The author, we have a large number of authors. This is commentary, particular commentary. I'm one of the authors. Subject is water security for Texas. Just pull that off of here. And I'll add keywords. The journal allows for 4 or 5 keywords. We can put as many keywords as we choose in here. We'll just add these keywords. You can also add additional metadata. For example, copyright notice. And the journal provides copyright to the authors. Offers and copyright info URL. We could add the journal's URL here or the copyright notice for the journal, which I have available at this second, but that should probably be added in there as well. And now simply save that. Oops. Okay, and save this file. And now when I add this to the website, that metadata will be there. And what I'm going to do is just copy this URL, save that for use later. Now let's go back out and start the process of adding a new post. You can add a new post from here. You can go over to posts, add new. A number of different ways to get there, but we'll go ahead and enter the title. The title, placed in this space right here, is actually metadata. It provides metadata that's used in a number of locations. For example, here on the home page for the journal, we see the titles. These titles are metadata that's grabbed from this space up here on the post. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the title again on the post itself, and I'm going to designate that heading number 1. Now, I'm doing this for search engine optimization reasons. I'm not going to talk a lot about search engine optimization or SEO today because, well, the articles, commentary, and book reviews that we add as content to the Texas Water Journal, well, they are what they are. You can't really tweak them for SEO purposes. If I were writing the article from scratch to add to a website, there are certain things that I would do that would make it more searchable. We deal with what we have here. I'm going to explain how to do a number of fairly simple things. I did not add search engine optimization software to the Texas Water Journal website. If you're interested in learning more about how more could be done for search engine optimization to the site, I'd be happy to talk with you all about it, give you some instruction, or just refer you to some references, some websites that provide excellent information, and also refer you to a piece of software. It's available at two different levels, free level and a paid subscription level, that I think do an excellent job at helping enhance the searchability of posts and pages and websites. But that's for another time. So what we're going to do here to add searchability, and yes, we're using the same title in a couple of locations here. It'll look okay. It's doing, but they're serving different purposes. Next, I want to type in the authors. And just go ahead and add them to heading 2. I'm going to type in, or cut and paste in rather, the abstract now. I'm going to simply center these. This is basic paragraph text. Then the next thing I'm going to do is add a button or a link to the PDF that we added earlier. So I'm going to go up to here, what's called a shortcode generator. And in the shortcode generator, there is a shortcode for a button. And this just automatically builds a button for you. Button title, how about download PDF? The URL, if you recall, we picked the URL up off the box, the dialog box, out of the library when we added that PDF file. We can open the link in a new tab or not. It's entirely up to you how you want to do that. Just leave it open up on the same page. So when you link to it, it'll just open up on the same page where you're looking at right now. You can add an icon. I'll just add an icon here that looks pretty good. You can look at all the different icons here by simply clicking there, and you pick one out. And if you copy this and put it into here, you would get this little icon, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Button size, we'll just leave it at the default. Button color, let's leave it at default. The default color is a blue color. There's a couple different shades of blue, but you can change that if you like. There's some other things you can do to it. It's not necessary. And we'll also add copyright information directly here. And that completes the addition of content. Now there's a little more we need to do, but we can take a look at just generally what this looks like at this point. And we're going to make some changes here. First thing we're going to do is designate what this is. It's a commentary, and it's in volume 8. This provides some metadata for search. We have keywords. Well, keywords are our tags. One of the keywords was water planning. So we can add them one at a time like that. We already have some content. Well, we already had water planning there. Other keywords were water policy. We can simply add it by clicking these, or you can take a list like this right here, separated by commas, and simply cut, paste these into this category, add them, and these provide additional keywords that will be available for search. Now, we also have a place for additional metadata. And what this allows us to do is use these data added here in various locations. I haven't really done very much with those yet, but they are available particularly for augmenting the design of the website and using them for various types of search features. So I provided the opportunity to use them, and simply a matter of adding information in two places, but it really does serve additional purposes. So I'm just going to add these keywords, authors, into these spots. I'm really not using them for anything at the moment, with the exception of this. And where I happen to be using that piece of metadata is right down here for this information located right here. So that's where I'm pulling that number. I'm also pulling this information here to be used in the same fashion in here. And this is located on the main page. So what I've done is just try to provide some options for future design considerations. May not be using them now, may want to use them later. If you don't use them later, it's not a big deal. You can allow comments or not. My understanding was that there was a desire for people to be able to start conversations about articles and commentaries and book reviews, so we're allowing for discussion. Next thing we're going to do is just add a couple of additional design features. Add a title here, right here, and we can customize this title a little bit. Recall we used the full title elsewhere. I'm just going to slightly abbreviate this title. We could use the full title or not. For the subtitle, what I've been doing is I've been adding the authors. And I'll show you where this gets used in just a second. I've also created a bit of a template. By taking this custom option here, it opens up another page title advanced settings section. And this creates a page title with a background image and this information scrawled across the face of it. And I'll show you a preview of that here. So here you can see that information that I just added in here, right here. However, this particular banner that we used is not the banner that we have been using for the 2017 articles, commentary, and book reviews. We've been using a different one for that. This is set up for all of the pages, but not for the 2017 content. What I've been using for 2017 content are these banners right here. One's just a tad darker than the other. This, by the way, is the library where all the PDF files and all the image files are contained. So I'm just going to add this, insert into the post. Call it changed from the flag to this other image. So now we have this. Look. You can alter the height of this banner, make it wider or skinnier, if you choose. I've added some animation to it. And that's it. That is the, I'll publish this. Oh, one other thing. Recall I said that this provides metadata. It's the title. And for search purposes, the title of a post article, posted commentary, posted book review ought to be about 70 characters or less. The title for the articles, commentary, book reviews in the Texas Water Journal, they can be huge. This is a long title, but it's not the longest one by any means at all. That's way beyond what's acceptable for search. So to deal with that, what you need to do is change the title of the URL. That entire string is located here, and it's way, way, way beyond what's acceptable for search purposes. This permalink is the URL for this page on the website. So what we're going to do is we're going to reduce this down to around 70 characters or so. So what I'm and no capitals, no spaces. Water Security, Texas. Think about it in terms of what would be good search terms. And there's your URL. It's nice and short, sweet, and it will work just fine. I'm going to update this and take a look at what this page looks like. Left the content information in here. If we want to take that out, simply uncheck those boxes. And that goes away. We'll add them back in. That's all there is to it.